Now the pistol round is coming up. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again here to Dreamhack Winter 2013. We are at the grand finals, the second map in a best of 3, and there is a 1-map advantage for Fnatic. And right now, they're doing a pretty standard setup here in the pistol round. Nothing too fast, but still pushing up. Oh, are they going to flash their way in? It looks like it. Get Right is here trying to guess the angle, and he's reloading as he's falling back, and this is the wrong time. They're pushing through a 1-4. Oh, there's the shot. Get Right and Fifflaren picking it up. And NiP, really important that they win this pistol round. We're talking momentum. We're talking confidence here. Friberg waiting. They come through. He gets the 1, goes for a second, and Friberg gets both. And NiP win the pistol round. That is important. And well, look at that.
We see Get Right getting back into it, trying to hype the crowd up. I don't think that's really necessary. It looks like the crowd has their favorite set out.
Yeah, but we heard it during the intro.
Yeah, but really big win for NiP. They really wanted to get some momentum on their side. Smart play by Get Right in the middle. We saw him there. Falling back, actually got a kill through the smoke. Fifflaren got 2 kills, big play by him, and finally Fryberg shut them down. Also, Fryberg was able to kill them without even letting them into the side. He could have easily simply gotten traded. Fnatic could have gotten a bomb down, and that could have allowed them to buy 1 round earlier. So that also plays a factor coming into these future rounds.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Those $800 for putting down the bomb, even if you lose the round, is a big difference, and it's something that a lot of terrorist teams, try and do, even if they know they're going to lose the round. Just getting that bomb plant, it does help out a lot. Now they're on all Glocks, so the fact that we have nothing but Glocks here, do you think that's a subtle sign that maybe they're going to go for a 3rd round buy anyway?
They might. They very well might. Fnatic do like to play in a sort of a fast way. That's always been a way Pronax likes to play. He's not a leader like Existence, who likes to have everything super set. He likes set things, but they're simple.
Yeah.
A little bit like Xizt and Karn, though a little more set, I would say.
A little bit more set, yeah. I think that's pretty much accurate. Somewhere between Xizt and Existence is a pretty good place for Pronax here. This round, though, not quite working out. If I was Fnatic right now, I think I would try for that 3rd round buy simply based off of the logic that when you come out of the sort of win that they just took on Dust 2, I'd want to pick up on that as soon as possible. Put NiP back where they're doubting themselves and really take the lead early on. But what we're seeing here is actually just some 5.7s or sorry, not 5.7s, but P250s instead.
Yeah, there's also other factors to consider that we're not aware of. We've only seen this new Fnatic roster play Inferno a very handful of times, but these guys have put in, let's say they've practiced Inferno 20 times. Let's say 15 of those times they bought 3rd round and they lost all of them.
That's true.
That's going to make them hesitant. We can't know that, so it might just be possible that they know that is not their strength and they're playing to their strengths here.
So information we may not have access to, but there's obviously an explanation. Nothing, it's not just they're just randomly doing whatever. So we'll see. Xizt here with a good kill. Forrest going to get 1. Fifflaren does get dropped down by Devilwalk, and another kill comes in from SCHNEIDER. Now we're back to a 2-on-3 situation, and these kills in the eco rounds, they really make a big difference in the long run. SCHNEIDER trying to put the bomb down, shouldn't be allowed to, but maybe he will, and now we're talking a very cool round here, even if SCHNEIDER goes down. 2 kills, bomb plant lovers, that's very good.
Yeah, I mean, they bought P250s. Those things are cheap. They all got $800, every one on that team. SCHNEIDER got an extra $300 for planning. They got a couple extra 300s for getting those kills, and they took guns out of NiP hands. So that's a very successful round for a Karn squad.
It absolutely is, and they're going to be feeling great about that situation. Also costing NiP a little bit, having to rebuy those rifles. That makes a pretty big deal in the long run in a game like this. Now we got the 4th round coming up, and Fnatic have made the buy. There's no AWP picked up left, and it feels to me like whenever we see Fnatic on this map, they don't buy the AWP immediately on JW until they start losing too many rounds, and then they try for it. Yeah,
Inferno is a map where you don't really have a natural place for an opper, so you kind of have to work really hard to get your shots. That's why a lot of the times it's easier to play with rifles. They're cheaper, they're better in afterplant situations, and like I said, there's just not many advantageous places for an op on the terrorist side. But if things don't work, it's a good adjustment.
It is a good adjustment, and also, I mean, not all AWPers are comfortable playing on short range as there is on Inferno, but JW is. So if they know it, they might have it. He is one of those close range AWPers, kind of like Delpan or someone like that. We'll see how it goes here. The 4th round is coming in, 55 seconds on the clock, and currently looks like they want to go for that B push or the mid push once again here.
And the push is going to come after Flush's flash.
Yeah, right here, but Xizt takes the 1st kill. SCHNEIDER comes around the corner, but actually it's going to be Pronax who picks up 1 on Xizt. So currently looking at a 1-for-1 trade. They see the bomb there, NiP. They know that the bomb is here, so they can be quite sure that the push is actually happening, at least until Yeah, well, there's 35 seconds, so probably not going to go all the way to B right now. Forest is down in the pit waiting, and Fnatic haven't made a full breakthrough yet. They've actually traded 2 for 1. Now Schneider picking up a kill there. That's important. Get Right goes down. Now back to a 2-on-4-3 situation. It's going to be Forest with another kill. Pronax alone, and he is not going to make the entrance here. Fifflaren will pick him off, and that is the round drawing to a close. Was an opening for Fnatic to actually get something done in that round.
Yeah, that was a chance. I think that round really fell apart when Friberg was able to push into Banana and take out Flusha. I actually think there's a chance Fnatic might have wanted to split through the counter-terrorist spawn into the B bomb side. But Friberg getting that kill, first of all, gave NiP a lot of information. He knew all of Banana was clear, allowed NiP to rotate. And then Fifflaren got a very important kill through that small, tiny crack into Library where SCHNEIDER was after taking out Get Right.
So 2 people go down on NiP. They still need to rebuy some rifles. That at least that means their economy can't be built up as much as NiP would like to. If they get rounds where they survive with 4 or 5 members, that's when it starts to get really scary for Fnatic. But as long as they at least kill some people every round, you know, they're not doing terribly.
Exactly. And so far, it's not good, but they're still fighting. It's very early in the half. Last night they were down, I think 2-12 or 3-12. I think just 3-12. But regardless, they were down by a ton more rounds and they still came back. So if you're a Fnatic fan, you don't have to worry just yet.
No, not just yet. I mean, we've seen other teams like Very Games getting just 4 rounds on the Terry side here of Inferno and still making it back and winning. Actually against NiP is what Very Games have done at least a couple of times. So that is something you have to keep in mind as well. The counter-terrorist side is favored on this map. And now we'll see. 40 seconds on the clock just turned. The bomb is over by Banana, so this push in the middle is a fake. Are they going to push through Archway? 30 seconds on the clock. Friberg still defending, and he's got the Molotov to keep them out of there. Fnatic is burning a lot of time, and this is a big risk, but it pays off. Xizt goes down. Forest is going to get killed by Devilwalk, and SCHNEIDER gets the one there onto Fifflaren, and now all of a sudden NiP have no hope at all. Good return kills. How is this coming up? I have no idea. The bomb goes down in the bomb site. We're back to a 2-on-2, and Pronax narrowly escapes. What a chaotic round already.
It has indeed been that. And we'll see if NiP can actually retake this site here.
Yeah, they got Devilwalk down in the pit, and Pronax joins him as well. The pit position is so strong. Now Get Right comes in, does a lot of damage on him. He's not down yet, and Fryberg trying to sneak up will get the 1 kill, 2-on-1, and Devilwalk goes down. Great kills from Fryberg. That really made the difference. He saved NiP just now.
And something that we didn't see on camera was Flusha actually flanking Fryberg in B. Had he had his AK out when he came through the spawn arch, he would have been able to kill Fryberg. He had to switch to his AK. Fryberg went behind the corner, and he heard Flusha running after him. He turned around, took out Flusha, and the Fnatic player just basically missed out on a free kill. And then that huge turnaround with Get Right getting 3 kills. What can I say? It's a 2v5, and just a crazy round for NiP.
It absolutely was. Well, Fnatic are still going to be able to buy. They did put down the bomb as well, so they get the extra bonus. And NiP's economy, I mean, they lost a lot of players that round. They keep winning these rounds, but they're losing a lot, and it shows on the scoreboard when we see the economic situation. We've got the 6th round coming up here, and Fnatic are going for another mid-push through the smoke. Forest is there. He sprays. He only gets the 1, but now he actually could have got a lot of kills there. He does do damage, but it's not enough. There's still 1 person in the site waiting, and now they're wrapping around. JW, straight headshot onto Xizt. Feels like Xizt has got a lot of shots to the face from those AKs already in this map.
Yeah, a lot of them from JW, who's an absolute monster.
He really has been. I mean, this last map and also this map, he's just keeping it up. Pronax here waiting, gonna jump through the smoke, and Pronax was ready for that one. Now Fryberg alone. He did the last round, but now he gets the double kill. It's a 1-on-2, and they're low on health. Fryberg is gonna keep going. He doesn't check the corner, and that could be his death. Oh, he's gonna go down. Devilwalk waiting a long time to get that kill, but he made sure it happened.
Smart play by Devilwalk too to wait, because he had such low health. Had he not hit in that corner and let Fryberg run past him, there's a good chance the NiP player could have just checked the corner and taken out Devilwalk. So smart play by him. JW, the big hero in that round, getting those 3 entry kills. Even his AK is on fire.
Yeah, and now we get the first round of this map coming in here for Fnatic. 1-5 is a perfectly acceptable score. Just like on Dust 2, Fnatic don't need to get a lot done here. And they know it, and NiP know it, and we know it too. So we're going to keep our eyes peeled here, making sure that that Fnatic don't get out of control, because NiP, they can't afford to lose this map. Obviously, that would be a disaster and a big upset in this tournament.
That it would indeed.
Let's see. This time, not the mid push coming up straight away from Fnatic. This is more kind of the standard setup on Inferno, just spreading terrorists pretty much all across the map. They do make sure there's nobody up on Banana. They push up that far, and that does give them a little bit of an advantage. That means, I mean, if you let the counter terrorists push up far on Banana, that means they could basically have one person on Banana and 4 people in A. So right now, Fnatic know that that's not the case.
You're entirely correct there, but right now it looks like Fnatic are going to be headed to the B bomb site, and Get Right and Friberg are getting ready to, I think, are they going to be pushing into Banana? No, they're just getting ready for that push.
They got 1 person at A and 4 people over by Banana, and this is actually what a lot of teams refer to as the NiP. Here comes the push. Fryberg is waiting, and so is Get Right. They're pushing in, wrapping around for construction, but Fryberg's going to go down. Get Right only got the 1 kill. SCHNEIDER and JW will drop him down, and now look at how aggressive JW is, taking position all the way up here. The bomb is going to go down, and we're looking at a 3-on-2 situation as 1 more person drops. Pronax is very close here. JW picks the 1, but it's not enough. Pronax has 10 HP, hiding in construction. This is so tough. It's ticking away. They're going to go for the defuse. Pronax comes in, but Forest will find him. And a good round from NiP, a good retake. But we've got to say again, and once again, I mean, they only survived with 3 members. If we bring up the scoreboard, how much money have they got?
NiP are actually okay for this buy round, but if they lose, once again, no money left in the bank. Just because of that, if I were Fnatic, I might actually consider buying this round, even though they have very little money. You know, they can't afford a proper buy. But it might be worth the risk, just knowing that if they get a little lucky on this round,
yeah,
and NiP would have to save.
And this time they don't go for it. And obviously we don't know what Fnatic are saying, but you have to imagine that's the kind of conversation they might be having the first, 5 or 6 seconds of the round when it's just a freeze time. Maybe just going over it in their minds. How much money could they theoretically have, and is it worth it for us to actually try and punish them because of it? They don't go for it. They go for the straight Glock save here. And that's probably going to give NiP another round unless something really drastic happens.
Yeah, and that also probably ties into their decision not to go for the 3rd round buy. Maybe Fnatic have just figured out they're just not that good on the 3rd round buy. Or maybe they just respect NiP so much that they don't want to tackle them with weak equipment. They want to make sure they can have everything they can possibly get in their hands as they attack the Swedes. Something also to point out, just for the people who are looking at the score and seeing the NiP dominance so far, NiP are a very good CT side team.
Yeah.
They got run over by Very Games on the terrorist side. They also very much struggled against Recursive on the terrorist side.
Yeah.
It's not inconceivable that Fnatic once again go down by big numbers in the first half and bring it back.
It's absolutely true. And this, this eco round, not really too exciting. I mean, a lot of good kills coming in from NiP, but they're up against just pistols, so we don't want to make too much of a big deal out of it. Flusha goes down eventually, and a chicken dies at the end there too. And that makes it, well, 7-1 in favor of NiP. That brings us into the 9th round. And now Fnatic are going to make the buy again. And I'm just looking, well, it's still just AK, so they haven't found the need to go for that AWP yet. And, I mean, 7-1, you're right, it is looking very one-sided, but so it was on Dust 2. And it ended one-sided as well. 12-3 was the first half score in favor of NiP on Dust 2, and still Fnatic bring it back. And that must be the back of everyone's minds as well.
Another thing to also consider is on Dust 2, Fnatic virtually had no chance, as Fifflaren gets a nice entry kill in JW for a change. Fnatic virtually had no chance on the rounds that they lost. So far in Inferno, almost all the rounds have come down to the wire. There's been a bunch of rounds, like the 5v2, that Fnatic actually should have won.
Yeah.
So this map actually has been a lot closer when you actually take a look at the actual rounds being played.
Yeah.
And don't just look at the score solely.
Yeah, and that's very important. 7-1 could be massively one-sided with every member of NiP surviving all the rounds, or it could be like it has been with only 2 or 3 NiP members surviving each round. Boost up into the bomb side. They boosted up on the archway in there, so that's really cool. If Fnatic go for the A bomb side, they might not check in, and that could really lose them a lot of players. We see one of the NiP players with the X-ray there up on the sky, so that's how it works. 4-on-5 situation with 45 seconds left. Fnatic are getting ready to see if they could take the bomb side once more. SCHNEIDER gets the kill on Forest. They're in the archway, and now that's a great opening for them. Grenade's gonna land, does a lot of damage to Fifflaren. They're being pushed back a little bit by the fire here, but 30 seconds they're running to the bomb side, and that means the stack here at A does nothing at all. It's gonna be all up to Fryberg to hold the people coming in, and he knows he's gonna flash out as well. 20 seconds on the clock. If Fryberg holds this, that would be truly amazing. They're coming for it here. He gets the first kill on Devilwalk. He needs to do even more. He gets the second, goes for a third, but he's going to go down. Did a lot, but it's a 1-on-2 for Fifflaren. and the bomb is down. This is going to be an almost impossible retake. He turns the corner, gets the kill on Pronax, one-on-one, and he's still running for it up on Coils. He doesn't make it. SCHNEIDER takes him down and gets the triple kill, and it's going to be 7-2. Great round for Fnatic. Very late in the round, with 30 seconds left, they decided to run for the B bomb site. That's risky.
It is risky indeed, but you know what? It's a very good call by Pronax. First of all, Pronax is the hero of that round. Look, he's the one who stayed in the counter-terrorist site as the rest of the team started rotating. The whole reason NiP couldn't rotate more people to help Friberg in B is because Pronax got a kill on Get Right in Library. Then he followed that up with another kill. Granted, he peaked a little too much at the end, but SCHNEIDER cleaned it up.
Yeah, they managed to make that work, and you're absolutely right. And also just there's a lot of weight on the in-game leader in a situation like that. You make the call to go to B and it doesn't work out. I'm not saying there's going to be mutiny on the team and they won't trust you anymore, but you will. There's a heavy responsibility making those calls. Now a 1-for-1 trade coming out for Fifflaren, Pronax getting a kill each. And let's see, Fnatic. It's an opening, but it's not one they choose to sort of really pounce on. They're still taking it slowly. It's
always good to reset on, or often anyways, good to reset on the terrorist side, because those 1-for-1 trades are actually favorable for you.
Yeah, we'll see here. Now they make it a 2-for-1 trade. Devilwalk coming up with a good kill here on Forest, who really feels like Forest hasn't been able to do too much here in the first 9 rounds. And now SCHNEIDER comes in, Xizt, this time he gets the kill, and now Devilwalk's going to see if he can get it in return. Right now it's a 3-on-3. Get Right comes in, NiP are very low on health, and Pronax picks up a double once again. Oh, actually, that was Flusha with one of the kills, and now it's Friberg alone in a 1-on-2. And this is just great play from Fnatic. They're playing methodically, and it's working out right now.
By the way, once again, very good flank by Pronax. Just to give him more credit, because he deserves it in this series and so far in this tournament.
Well, Friberg here in a 1-on-2. The bomb is ticking away. He's got the kit, but he's got almost no HP to work with. Again, a miraculous situation for Friberg if he could win this. He's really trying to find the headshot. He gets the one, goes in for the second. It's a 1-on-1. Friberg, oh my God, he does it! And there is time to defuse as well. 7-2, it's gonna be 8-2. That was one of those magic situations. And Friberg, that is gonna go down in at least a few frag movies right there.
That was a very, very big play by Friberg there. Actually, a bit of a mistake by Pronax, because Friberg was very smartly able to isolate him. We saw him go against the right wall, so he could challenge them one at a time. That's ideally what you want to do in those 1v2s. You want to break him down into separate 1v1 situations. Friberg did that with his clever move to go up behind the wall. Pronax peeked him, couldn't take him out. Another nice kill by Friberg, and you know what? NiP's back in the lead, back in the driver's seat, and Fnatic don't have money to buy weapons.
It's almost impossible to quantify how much that one round went from Friberg. Fnatic would have still had rifles. NiP would have been 7-3 instead. That could be the round that actually makes this map for NiP. And now in the middle, Forest cleaning up the quad kill. All of them headshots, fantastic play. 9-2 now is the score. Talk about us, psychologically, not that we can read minds here, but psychologically, a round like that, having Friberg come in as the hero from the B bomb site and clutch that 1-on-2, how much does it matter for NiP right now?
I think it actually matters more for Fnatic, in the sense that I think it hurts Fnatic more than NiP gain from it, since NiP are in the lead anyways. It can be really, really frustrating for a team that's already trailing by quite a few rounds to keep losing rounds where you have the advantage, because it makes you feel like, look, even if we get the advantage, we still can't close the rounds. NiP still come back. And that's happened with the 5v2 in the A site, and then now that round.
Oh, well, great stuff here. Flusha, though, opening up on Friberg, so the hero of last round has already gone down. It's a 4-on-5 situation. As you said, you get the early pick. Good idea to reset, and that's kind of what they're doing now. They don't just rush on the first kill. They take a little bit of time. And now JW, they're trying for one more pick. Is it going to work out? Xizt going to pick off one, but there's JW with the instant return. 2-for-1. Now Fifflaren with a great double kill, and that could be it. He's got the bomb covered as well. That is really fantastic. Devilwalk might be coming in from behind, and Flush just pushing up in the middle. Can they make it work? Fnatic could still do some damage here, because Forest is low on health. They try for it, and Get Right is going to pick the kill. Devilwalk with the kill on him. 1-on-2 situation. The bomb picked up here. 45 seconds. Fifflaren gets the triple. What a round from Robin Johansson, and that really makes a big difference, that triple kill there.
Yeah, very nice play by Fifflaren, playing the hero this round. Getting those 2 kills with a well-timed peek from the boiler room, and then finishing that off with the final kill there. Just good play.
It absolutely was, and it's going to be really impressive to see how it works out now, because we've got a 10-for-2 situation. 13th round is coming up, and we'll see how this is going to go. NiP, if they end up now taking the remaining rounds and making it 13-2 once again. I mean, this isn't Dust 2, but I mean, the map, the balance, it shouldn't be this CT side, should it?
It shouldn't be this big, and it's going to be very tough to come back, but, you know, it's not like you're going to give up in the grand final of 100,000,
no.
of a tournament with a $100,000 first place prize. But you're right, it's starting to look dim for Fnatic.
They're definitely not going to give up, also because they have already proven once, just in the last map, that they are capable. They are a team that is strong enough to make that kind of comeback. So, yeah, no giving up is going to be done here. It's JW, Flusha, and Pronax left. They just have pistols for this round. What kind of change can Fnatic make at this point? Because this is looking like it's going to be 11-2, so they won't have that many rounds to play with. I mean, 2 rounds left out of this one. How can Fnatic bring just 1 or 2 more rounds home?
You know what, as odd as it sounds, they actually don't have to change that much. They just have to close out the rounds where they get the advantage, because they've had quite a few of those, but they've just been unable to close them out so far.
So does that come down to Pronax as an in-game leader? You know, there are kind of different stages here. Is it that he's making the right calls early in the map, and then in the mid-game they get the wrong calls, or is it just that NiP are very good at clutching the rounds when it comes to the mid-game?
Actually, it's not so much Pronax making the wrong calls mid-game, because a lot of the time that comes down to individual play in those 2v3 type situations. So it's actually not up to the in-game leader anymore usually at that point. Most of these after plans that we're talking about are ones where Fnatic made bad decisions individually, or NiP just countered their okay decisions by making better ones and hitting crazy shots. So I actually don't think any of those rounds are on Pronax, except maybe that 1v2 clutch, maybe where he overextended a little bit.
All right, so there it is, 11-2. 14th round is coming up. NiP have held on for a very, very long time. They got Forest up here in the apartments waiting, and the apartments hallway a little bit wider here on the Valve version of the map. Also, just a slight note worth noting as well if you're not used to the map. But now more smokes coming up in the middle. Fnatic looks like they want to do this split push against the A bomb site. They got some people in the middle and some people up in apartments, and NiP are not defending apartments. They're letting Fnatic have them.
That they are.
See how this plays off.
And that also has been the case so far in this half. NiP really haven't played aggressively in the apartments at all.
And that's, you know, sort of a stylistic difference. Some teams really do prefer to do that, and other teams just don't. But I mean, you also do commit a lot of players there. Pronax, opening kill on Fifflaren. He really has been playing fantastically so far. Forest in mid-air, the bomb is dropped. Xizt gets the kill as well, but right now it's a 3-on-3 situation, and Xizt just has his pistol out. He ran out of bullets, and it's going to be Get Right, and it's going to be Friberg to try and retake this 2-on-3. The bomb is going to go down as well. If NiP takes this back one again, that will break Fnatic a little bit. Their spirit again, losing a 2-on-3. So let's see if they could do it. The bomb's still not planted here. There it goes, and now NiP are going to make their move.
They are, and we'll see if Fnatic have learned anything from all those rounds they've lost earlier in the half. They should be a textbook round for them as JW connects on a second headshot this round.
And that really seals the deal. Now Get Right gets the first kill here, but he's going to go down to SCHNEIDER. And I love this setup. I mean, Fnatic had a great situation there because they could put the bomb down and they had enough time to get into positions. They had the bomb site, they had the pit, they had the apartments. That's basically a triangle that they got set up. That's very cool.
That's just very good positions to defend a bomb site. You have people all across the map. So wherever the counter-terrorists are coming from, first of all, they have to look everywhere. And no matter where, you always have crossfires.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, crossfires is kind of a key word when you look at Inferno, because you do tend to set them up on the counter-terrorist side as well, in the middle, over at B, even coming out of the apartments. There's just so many opportunities to get those crossfire setups, and it's been working for NiP so far, but 11-3. Fnatic win one more round, and all of a sudden this first half might be completely acceptable for them.
Yep.
So that's what it hinges on right now. We're sort of at the edge of a knife right now, and it could go either way. NiP could get another 12-3 half, just like they did on Dust 2. Fnatic could make it back, just like they did on Dust 2. But winning the pistol round for the second half right now is going to be once again critical for Fnatic.
It will indeed, because you just have to win one of the pistol rounds. We saw that with Very Games, actually. They lost both pistol rounds on Dust 2. I was talking to NBK after the match, and he said, well, you know, we got one of those pistols. Would have been a different story. On Nuke, they won one of the pistols, but they lost the save round right after. So that's basically the equivalent of losing both pistols. It's very tough to beat a team of your level if you don't win one of the two pistols.
Yeah, absolutely. Get right in the middle, gets a kill on Pronax, and that's really great because it's actually a fake. Friberg here throws out a perfect flashbang. They come through, they don't check the corner. He only gets the one kill, does a lot of damage, but Xizt is already here. Flusha takes him down with some interesting AD spray coming out there, and now in the middle, SCHNEIDER goes down there in the library. That leaves Flusha alone in a 1-on-3, and this is the final round of the first half here at the second map. And Flusha in a 1-on-3. If he does this, that'll really cement his role as probably the MVP of this whole tournament. He's already been playing fantastically, but that would be truly something. He's behind the sandbags, and they come for him. He gets the first kill. Now it's a 1-on-2, and the bomb is ticking away. He's kind of zoned out here, and that's not good. He has to go back and get a headshot, and they're waiting for it. Get right is low. The bomb is being defused. Flusha gets the first kill. He sprays through. They stop defusing, and it's a 1-on-1. Flusha's out of bullets. 2 left. He goes down. Fifflaren, but there's no time. Flusha did it! Oh my god! It's gonna be 11-4. What a round! I cannot believe he got that.
It's very important play for Flusha and for Fnatic. I mean, they don't want to end the half feeling like they gave up a round, because Fifflaren hit a really nice shot on SCHNEIDER in the library earlier on. I feel like that should have been Fnatic's round, but Fifflaren just did something just completely out of the ordinary by taking out SCHNEIDER, who was waiting for him. Fifflaren able to get the last kill here as well, but no time to defuse. Fnatic win the last 2 rounds, and if they do, they have some momentum going on first of all, and if they do get the pistol on the second half, all of a sudden we could be looking at another massive comeback.
That is, I mean, yeah, winning the pistol round now would give Fnatic a really good boost of momentum, and on top of that, they win the final round of the half like that, a 1-on-3. I mean, if NiP weren't even that far away from the bomb when it went down. They had some time to work with here, and it looked for a few seconds like Flusha was just going to get zoned out on Banana. Like they could just keep one person, toying with him while the other one was defusing. Should be no problem, and he manages to come back and do it. I'm thoroughly impressed by that. Second half coming up, the pistol round. I think actually on HLTV, Lovis, a while ago, you compiled some stats that said that if you win both the pistol rounds, about 80% of the time, you'll win the map.
Yep.
So that's what's on the line here.
That is indeed. And, Inferno actually isn't the hardest map to win second round buys on. It's actually a reasonably okay map to try to buy on the second round and take the momentum back. And obviously that's what I would do if I were Fnatic and I lost the pistol round, because they just need to give themselves some room to work with. But they're a good pistol round team, and they're going to be hoping to tie the pistol rounds up on the second map and get a chance to come back and have a good half like NiP just did.
Well, if you are Fnatic now, you know how much hinges. I mean, I asked you this question as well when we were on Dust 2. How do you win a pistol round at this point when you're Fnatic? You know how much is riding on this. You're on the counter-terrorist side. What's a really good pistol round strategy for Inferno on the CT side?
Whatever they're comfortable with. Whatever
they're comfortable with.
You don't want to do things you haven't practiced a ton. You want to stick with what you have the most routine with. This is not the time to reinvent the wheel.
Well, I'm really surprised as well, though. There's no body armor on anybody on Fnatic. They have 2 Molotovs as well. If this is something they've practiced, it's going to be good. Look at this. They throw down grenades onto the middle, Molotovs as well, but they don't catch NiP. They're pushing up. Get right gets the kill. They're trying for the flank, but Get right, they already know it. It's a 2-for-2 trade. They're pushing into the bomb side, and this is so weird. They've exchanged positions. Get right now. Friberg defending. He's going to go down, and now Forrest comes in to clean up. Get the first kill. He's going to drop. It's all on Fifflaren in a 1-on-2. What an aggressive round from Fnatic to try and make this work. This is what they had planned for NiP. This is what they had in store. Oh, great shot from Fifflaren. He's gonna, SCHNEIDER's gonna go for the defuse, straight defuse, no fake. 2, 1, is he gonna go for it? He does it, SCHNEIDER! Oh my god, the 1-on-1, straight defuse, no fake at all. That is, well, another round like that. We just had it in the last half.
And that was unfortunate for Fifflaren. The fountain was just blocking SCHNEIDER just enough for him to be able to get that defuse. That was actually a very good try by Fifflaren getting that first kill, but just a little unlucky there that SCHNEIDER was able to straight defuse.
Oh, wow. So that's 2 rounds in a row where NiP probably should have won it and just couldn't. Now they are actually going to go for the buy nonetheless. 2 AKs, armor as well, and some P250s. This is NiP saying they want the game back. They want to go to a third map, and this is their plan to do it. Let's see how this goes, if they catch Fnatic off guard or not.
They don't want to give NiP Fnatic any momentum, that's for sure. They know they can come back. They know they can do these massive comebacks they don't want to give them a chance to get there. They want to take the momentum back right here.
Yeah, the good push is going to come in, and oh, what a shot from Get Right early on. That's Devilwalk gone down. They're going to push in. There's still one more person in the bomb site here, and he's behind the new box, but Pronax gets obliterated, and now Friberg is waiting. Gets shut down by Flusha, but the bomb goes down. Already a godlike start for NiP. We're looking at 11-5. They got a 4-on-3 situation, and the bomb is taking away. There's one kid on SCHNEIDER. JW gets shut down. This could be the beginning of a great comeback from NiP, because if they didn't win this round, Fnatic could just take all the rest of this game and maybe win the map. Another headshot from Get Right. He's got the double already. He's spraying through, and there's no opening here for Flusha. Get Right gets the triple kill. The power of having Get Right on your team, Lopez. I mean, what can you say?
I mean, it doesn't hurt to have the world's best player on your team.
Well,
let's put it that way. I mean, it's really nice entry kill there. 2 more frags to follow it up. Get Right is in form.
Yeah, that kind of opening is worth its weight in gold, and now it's going to be a 12-5 situation. 18th round is coming up. Fnatic are back on just pistols. I really think if NiP hadn't won that round, there was every chance that Fnatic could just outright, win the rest of them and make it back to a 16-14 type victory again.
There's no question. And I mean, it's not still completely impossible. We did see Recursive come from a 4-14 deficit in the group stage against NiP all the way back to 13-15. Now, we did talk about earlier that it is possible that NiP sort of just took their foot off the pedal because they did have such a big lead against what many would consider a weaker team. But at the same time,
yeah,
Fnatic could still do it. It's not inconceivable.
It's not inconceivable at all. Devilwalk there with a good shot. They had the double set up there, and Xizt is going to go down. Now Friberg gets the kill on Pronax. Are they going to keep pushing? The B-bomb side is pretty much open if they get the kill here. He's being reinforced, Devilwalk, pretty quickly, but I don't know about this. Whoa, Devilwalk with another great shot coming in through the smoke. That's Friberg gone down, and now Flusha's going to run around here, but he does get taken down. NiP, I mean, even in a round like this, Fnatic had bought nothing this round, and they're still looking shaky.
That's just a testament to how well Fnatic is playing, more than anything else. I mean, JW is not going to be able to win this round simply because he doesn't have a defuse kit, so he's simply not going to have enough time to do anything here once he walks into that site. Smart move by him. He's going to pick up that AK from one of the NiP players. He's going to go save it, and we'll actually see if Fnatic might go for an early buy, simply because they did take so many guns away from NiP. Not that NiP wouldn't have money to buy everything next round, because they will, but it just allows you to break their bank that much sooner if you do start winning.
Yeah, now they're 3 rounds away from winning. We see a shot of the players there. I won't say they're looking super excited right now. Are they just hyper-focused on the game? Is that what we're seeing here?
Yeah. That's exactly what we're seeing here.
Simply, there are some different, because if we had been seeing, let's say, Universal Soldiers at this stage of the tournament, I don't think they'd been sitting like this. I think every round they'd been winning, they would have been a little bit louder.
Yes, that they would. You can rely on Taz to do that.
Yeah, exactly. So a slightly sort of psychological difference between the teams, and NiP, maybe that focus is going to bring them through. It's not said and done yet here. A little bit of damage onto Devilwalk. Actually, a lot of damage onto Devilwalk. Pronax, I've seen him do this so many times before. He kind of flashes himself out to peek, but nobody's there, so he can't really get the kill on anyone. Good damage onto Fryberg, though, but no kills happening yet. What are NiP doing? They're getting locked down here on Banana. I mean, there's no real entrance. Pronax is there holding them back, but they seem to want to fight him on it.
They do. They do want to take those duels. They do want to get that trade. We always talk about it, and it is true. It's good to trade on the terrorist side.
Yeah, and right now, trade goes in favor of Pronax. Devilwalk is low. Pronax is less than half HP, but it's working out for them so far. And Pronax is crazy. He just keeps going and will get shot down. Maybe a mistake, because that leaves Devilwalk alone with almost no HP. A single grenade on him here would take him down, but he's getting back up quickly. NiP, they could make a rotation still. There's 35 seconds on the clock, but yeah, they are sort of, what are they doing? They're not really sure what they're doing with the bomb here.
It doesn't look like they've yet decided where they're going to attack. This looks like dangerous, because Forrest is going to be able to take out Devilwalk, who's pushing with very low health. But we'll see. He might think this bomb site is empty, when in reality, we still have Flusha defending it by the...
Yeah, he gets
by
the
bomb
shot.
site.
There's the bomb gone down. Flusha will drop Forest with the double kill. Now it's a 2-on-3 situation. Devilwalk and Schneider, they are pretty close to the bomb site. They walk right through, and Schneider gets only the 1 kill, but that was still pretty impressive. And now it's on JW. Walks right into Forest, and there is the triple kill from another of the world-class players that is on NiP's team. Correct me if I'm wrong on this, Lopez, but what it felt to me like was that by running down the clock, NiP forced, well, they didn't force, but they baited Fnatic into checking out on Banana. And we see this a lot from counter-terrorist teams, because if there's only 35 seconds left or 30 seconds on the clock, and you check and see nobody on Banana, that's obviously a big tell that the push is coming to the A bomb site. And Forrest was waiting right by that cart. So actually a brilliant mind game coming out there.
Yeah. Had Pronax known that he'd done so much damage to Fryberg, there's a good chance he would have just hit and wouldn't have pushed there, which got him killed. I mean, he'd already taken out a player and done over 90 damage, so bit of a mistake, but he just didn't have the same information we have over here in the casting studio.
I hope not, because obviously that'd be cheating, but JW gets a good shot there. Friberg takes down another one. It's an eco round coming in from Fnatic, and NiP, well, obviously now is not the time to be losing anti-eco rounds, and it's looking steady for them as well here. Just going to be Schneider left, and he should be going down right there. Friberg picking up the kills, 15-5. Right now it's shaping up to be a third map here in the grand finals, and it really couldn't get better, could it?
No, it couldn't. And I mean, we all want the third map, don't we?
Oh yeah, and especially because it's been so close. I really think, we touched on this point earlier when we were looking at a 7-1 lead for NiP in the first half. You mentioned that, well, 7-1 is not always really an indication that it's completely one-sided. I feel like this 15-5 it's not Fnatic being completely stomped here. No. They actually are very close to winning so many of these rounds.
Yeah, I mean, the score could as JW finally gets his up and instantly picks off Forest, the score could actually very well be something like 12-9 in favor of NiP, which would be completely manageable for a good CT team like Fnatic.
Yeah, I think you're absolutely right, and that's also a scary thought because, well, that's going to be a little bit depressing for Fnatic, knowing that they might have come so close, but now they're defending well. JW, as you said, with 1 kill, Flusha picks up another one, 5-on-3 situation. Fnatic, they are not going to give up on this map, on this NiP outright take it away from them. Geralt getting some good damage onto Flusha, and Pronax also dropping low. The bomb is making its way to the B bomb site, so it's kind of just a distraction here, Geralt, seeing if he could keep 3 people in the A bomb site, and right now he is. Just his presence is enough, so if they get the double entry in the B bomb site, things look very different for NiP.
Indeed they will. This is going to come down to the entry frags here. Devilwalk gets the first one.
Yeah, and that's what they're looking for. Pronax loves this position, and he gets it right through the wall. Xizt will drop, and he has no idea who shot him. Well, you can see the kill feed, but he does not know the angle. Devilwalk takes him down. Another shot coming in. Actually, that was Flusha with the last kill. That position for Pronax, we've actually seen that all throughout the tournament. And here's the thing. You'd think it'd be predictable, but you can't do a thing about it as you push through from the terrorist side.
Yeah, Pronax is very good at timing that spam. We've seen him use that time and time again. Good job by him there. And Fnatic are still alive. They still have a lot of rounds to win just to bring this to overtime, but anything's possible.
Anything is possible. We're looking at 9 rounds in a row here from Fnatic without making a single mistake, and it is doable. But they need to build up that confidence once again. They need to shut down NiP early. And look at this, a difference from Fnatic. They push up JW up in the apartments here. Friberg gets an opening double kill, and he's going to finally be shot down. But Forrest takes down JW. This could be the round. It's a 2-on-4 situation. Schneider and Flusha are still left alive, but time is running out for Fnatic to win this map. Get right with a headshot. Now it's on Schneider. Ladies and gentlemen, it really looks like we are about to see the third map here at the grand finals of Dreamhack Winter 2013. And nothing could be better than this. Schneider is going to have to pull a miracle. We're looking for divine intervention for him to come back into this one.
Actually, it looks like he might not. It actually looked like he didn't realize that NiP has 15 rounds. Looks like he was going to save his weapon, get some exit kills. He started finally moving forward, so maybe one of his teammates just told him, dude, this is the last round. Gotta go for it.
I'm going to save this weapon for Train. Schneider, well, he's got no chance anymore. Even if he gets all the kills, there's no time to defuse the bomb here. So it is all done. 16-5. NiP push us on to a third map on Train. And I mean, what a performance from NiP.